Alright guys, welcome to another episode Detecting Chicago. Today we're hiking through the woods, no metal detecting. What I'm doing today is I'm over by an old campground along the river. Been out here before. We used to have permission to actually metal detect the campground. Just spent like the last 40 or 45 minutes over there talking to those guys. Check this out. That is cool. That is one giant pulley. That's crazy. So the campground over here goes back to a little before the Civil War. It's one of the oldest campgrounds and still active campground in the state of Illinois. But a couple years ago we had permission to metal detect it. Found some stuff. Try to pay those guys back for giving us the permission and help them raise money for the stuff that they need. Just talked to them for like the last 40 or 45 minutes. And I'll probably got the guy's number. It's part of their board, and probably be getting in contact with him next week and trying to help them out and raise some money. But yeah, so if you see back over behind those trees, you can kind of see some of the cottages and the buildings and stuff that are part of the campground. This area that I'm going through right now is actually part of Cook County Forest Preserve, where you can't do any metal detecting, sadly. So I imagine you would find some pretty awesome stuff in here. A lot of history, not just the campground around here, but also Civil War history, and everything goes back really far. Oh my God, is that a giant turtle? That is a giant turtle. He's huge. Can you see him over there? He's on the other side of the pond. I'll see if I can get over there. That guy's giant. Oh, and he's got little baby turtles. But yeah, can't do no metal detecting out here, but I've had good luck when we used to come out here metal detecting the campground, which is private property owned by them. I used to come over here into the woods and ended up finding a lot of bottles that dated back to the mid to late 1800s. Some local, some not. But I decided, what the heck, it's 15 minutes away from home. Didn't want to sit at home and twiddle my fingers or do more video editing. So I've been editing since 6 o'clock in the morning, all the way until probably about noon, 1 o'clock. So I figured I'd come back here and see if there was any more bottles. I haven't been here in a few years. Well, got my diving shoes. It's really muddy. The river's right over there. That gets really muddy, but I found good old bottles over there. Actually just took a bag full of bottles back to the car when I got my shoes. I'm trying to get over here to this turtle. That guy's huge. But today, just gonna spend a couple hours before it gets sunset. I got like 2 hours or so. Gonna go around, see what I can find. It was a really bad idea trying to get closer to this turtle because it is really muddy over here. Now, he's a big boy. Hey, you can see him. He is right in the middle part right there. I'm gonna try to get a little closer for you guys, even though I'm going through the mud. There he is. Right there. Oh, look at that dude. And he's huge. Just sunbathing it up. That is a giant snapping turtle. That's crazy. I saw another little turtle around him, but he probably scared and took off. This all overflows and fills up with water back here, even across the little creek thing. Now you can see them. Over there's the campground, but it floods over in their area too. It's what's caused a lot of damage for their buildings over there. But yeah, I will get back to you when I come across some bottles. This is a back little spot that I wanted to come and look at because I figured it wouldn't be too bad of being washed in and flooded. And it's not, just kind of mucky. But I picked up some bottles along the top of the river banking, but I seen a lot of bottles down at the bottom, and I wanted to walk through there, but didn't want to wear my tennis shoes. So when I get back around over there or find something good, I'll start the video back up. There's a long intro, but day of adventure. Like I said, I'm going to share more than just metal detecting stuff with you guys. So stay tuned. I will share some other stuff as I find it. But yeah, I'll get back to y'all in a bit whenever I either get back to the river or find something decent over here. Alright. Alright guys. Woo! I'm hot. I should have got my drink out of the car. I made it to this. This huge tree goes all the way back there and goes all the way to the river over here. Got knocked down at some point, man. This has been a pain in the butt, and I've been trying to watch out for critters and snakes. Boy, I really shouldn't be doing this with no hands. Man. Oh, the worst part is there's so many good little spots like this where you could easily fish the river. This is the Des Plaines River, so imagine you'd find some pretty decent size, at least probably like catfish and carp in here. Man. So the campground is back over there. That's the other side of the river. Man, you can see where a lot of this stuff, and back in here you can see where the water went in, flooded it all, then washed out. So I'm hoping it washed out some bottles with it. I'm gonna go through here, just trying to find a path, not get hit by those giant briars. That's one. Yep, not going that way. Oh. All right. Do the limbo. Woo. I'm like, look. Like, where in the world did this come from? That is literally a freaking coconut. A coconut. A hole straight through it. So this is about the area where I start to see stuff. So I've got to work my way along this little bit of banking going that way. So I'll get y'all guys back out whenever I start to see stuff or find stuff. That way I have two hands to go through this. Because I'm taking Mr. Coconut with me. It's going to be my Wilson. How can I get through here? Oh, geez. The only problem is you don't want to get too close to the river, because that down there turns into straight up sinking mud. You'll literally go from walking on the ground to having water and mud. Oh my god. There's been so many like otters and beavers and stuff in these trees. There's a huge frog down here. Go along with Mr. Turtle I showed y'all earlier. I don't think. Man, this is starting to get into the spot where it's good, so I gotta figure a way to get over here. Oh, oi. Bad knee coming into play. And I gotta make it around this branch and not go in the super mud. All right, there we go. All right, I'll get back to you guys whenever I get up here and we start finding stuff. Let me get through all this mess and actually have free hands to help myself. So, just wanted to share a couple more things with you. But, I'll get back to you soon. We're coming up on the good spot. Alright guys, did make my way down the river quite a while. I only had one slip. Got a little muddy. Ended up grabbing me a walking stick here. The only thing I've found so far though is old pineapple, dear God, not pineapple, coconut. That's gotta be old too. So coconut and this older bottle that does have writing on it. It's just covered in mud, so we'll figure out what that is. If it's as old as some of the other bottles through here, it's probably going to be at least early 1900s. I don't think I've found anything older here that goes back any farther than like 1950s. But I came from all the way back there, way back behind me. It's where the campground was, in the area where I showed you all the turtle. I'm gonna try to go up that way as much as I can and cut back over my car, but hopefully I find something. If I do anything really cool, then I'll come back on video. But I'm hot, now I'm muddy, my hands are sore from digging into the banking, so I didn't just go sliding off into the river. But there's like a sort of pathway through here, so I'm gonna walk it and just see if I can see anything, spot anything. And this will be the end of the video if I don't find anything, but if I do, I will come back and let you know. All right.